Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have 3 teams for you for the Dragonguard class event. A high-level team, a mid-level team, and a low-level team. I kind of like the mid-level team the best, so make sure you stay tuned. This is the high-level team right here. The restriction is dragons from Dragon's Claw, so you probably already have some sort of idea what you're going to do, because there's a couple restrictions that are dragons from Dragon's Claw this week, so it's usually how it goes. I say this almost every time. You can make your class event team pretty close to other teams of the week, but it's not totally the same, so yeah. We got the high-level team right here for you. We got Davinia, we got Ishtara, we got Dawnbringer, we got Essentia. So Essentia is the 50% start for dragons. It's okay, it's decent. It's not going to do much for you other than that, but it's a nice quick start when you're just doing something easy like this, clearing stuff in 1 or 2 shots. That's about when you want to use it. You really don't want to use it for like super long, hard battles or anything. But if it's something quick, it's decent for getting you started and just doing a couple shots and winning. So the Essentia starting everybody 50%. And then you want to get up Davinia, cast it. That'll get up everything else. You cast the Dawnbringer once or twice. You cast the Ishtara once or twice, and you win. 2, it's basically a mana-generating sandwich of Davinia and Essentia. And then in the middle, you have 2 hard-hitting AoEs with Ishtara and Dawnbringer. Dawnbringer, like always, the more yellow allies you have, the more yellow enemies, the harder it hits. We have all yellow allies, and we have a yellow storm, and Ishtara makes yellow. It works pretty good. It's pretty good. The Davinia using the yellow and red isn't ideal. Maybe you can come up with something a little bit different. Remember, this is just ideas. But yeah, 2 AoEs, 2 really hard-hitting AoEs, a whole bunch of yellow, and then a mana-generating sandwich on the end. So I thought it was decent. I might use that one. Dawnbringer for the class event. It's usually what you do. Ishtara, also pretty good, making yellow, hitting all enemies. This one was interesting right here. I kind of like this one. We got Doom Scythe, the Great Worm Essentia. So Essentia, again, to start all those dragons, 50% mana. The Great Worm has that third trait where it's putting those 2 skulls on the board at the start of every turn. So you're going to end up with a ton of skulls. Doom Scythe turns yellow to Doomskull and does AoE damage. And then you have Essentia with the Yellow Storm and the 50% starts. We have all this yellow and skulls on the board, and then we're casting a Doom Scythe doing AoE and turning all the yellow into Doomskulls. So you can just see the idea right there. The only problem with it was getting up the Doom Scythe. So you got to match purple. It's kind of hard to actually get some purple off this board because there's so many skulls and so much yellow that it's like, that's the only problem. This team would be so awesome if I could just get up the freaking Doom Scythe a little bit faster. So maybe you can also figure out a tweak for this one. I don't know what you would do. Maybe replace Essentia with something that can... I don't know. I just feel like nothing's going to get anything up quicker than Essentia. But, yeah. I mean, the Great Worm also hits all enemies with AoE. It's just a pretty cool team. You should give it a try. If you can get that Scythe up, it would be amazing. Look at how many skulls and yellow are there. If you can just cast it, like right here. Look at that. Bang. Crushed them. So it's super fun. I think it works well. And then you have 3 troops hitting all enemies with AoE. The Great Worms put the skulls on the board, but their spell hits all enemies with AoE damage. The Doom Scythe puts skulls on the board, but it also does AoE damage to all enemies. So I thought it was a pretty neat team. A mixture of skulls and spell AoE damage. So give it a try. I thought it was the most interesting team that I made for this event, and not what you've been seeing for everything else this week. Alright, here's the low-level team, so that just means no mythics and no legendaries and no Dawnbringer. So you're going to want to lean heavily on that Huntmaster Arboreus. I hope you have multiple copies of the Huntmaster Arboreus. If you don't, you can just put whatever you want there. It's really no big deal. Maybe a troop that uses red or something like that, but I'm sure you have the 1 copy because it's the Journey troop, and you should have got it. It's not super expensive to just get one of them. He's one of the best troops in the game right now. If you're going to spend gems on anything, it should be this troop, so definitely use it. If you're a lower level player that doesn't have like Ishtara or Dawnbringer or Great Worm or anything like that, use Huntmaster Arboreus like you've been doing for everything else. Huntmaster, Wings of Destruction, and Veneratus. Veneratus will turn the red to yellow at the start of battle with Empowered. You're just doing that to get up the weapon. And then you're going to cast the weapon, get up Huntmaster, and then you're going to go to town with Huntmaster over and over and over. Now, most of the time you don't want to do that. You don't want to take off all the red when you're trying to loop on red. But just for this one little special occasion, just for the very start of battle, never cast it again. If you don't have alignment, don't cast it. But if you have alignment at the very start of battle, you cast it just to get up your weapon, and then you cast your weapon to get up Huntmaster, and then you just press the Huntmaster button over and over and over. Or you just match red and green and get them up and then cast them over and over and over. But should be easy. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for that faction event.